Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 8 of my favorite albums to listen to in the summertime. Summertime listening, right? Warm weather, sitting outside, soaking in the rays, maybe going for a dip in the pool, driving in a car, top down, moonroof open, windows down, cranking the tunes up. Maybe you're grilling, maybe you're chilling, maybe you're playing some volleyball, maybe you're on a picnic, maybe you're at a softball game. Got some music playing in the background. The perfect soundtracks to our warmer weather months, the summertime. Today, for day number 8, this is a live album that I have been thrilled with for a long, long time. And I think the performance that this live album comes from is a overall performance or festival that has marveled me since I was a little kid. Since I can remember, I have been in love with the whole history of Woodstock. I even wrote a paper on it when I was in, 9th or 10th grade in school, in high school. I grew up watching the movie whenever I could, whenever it aired. I had the soundtrack. I still have, there's various performances from that whole weekend in August of 1969 that has really moved me as an individual. And of course, I live like an hour from Woodstock, so it's like we're from the site. There's the Woodstock town, then there's the actual where the festival was played, which is Bethel, New York, not actually Woodstock, right? It was supposed to be in Woodstock originally. They moved it to Bethel, New York, and just decided to still call it Woodstock. Very strange, I know. But anyway, this particular album, in this version, because there have been many versions of this, but this is, to me, is the ultimate version of this live album, released July 6, 1999, recorded at the Woodstock Festival in Bethel, New York, August 18th, 1969, produced by Eddie Kramer for MCA Records, talking about Jimi Hendrix live at Woodstock. The ultimate edition, because you got to have it all, right? Of course, we got to see, Purple Haze and Star Spangled Banner, and some jamming, the Villanova Junction jam at the end in the movie. And like I said, there have been various issues of Jimmy's performance at Woodstock over the years. I've had all of them. But when this one came out in this particular, so 1999, I think was the first time they issued it. But this particular one that I have here, this is the 2010. Okay, so this one here is from 2010. To me, this is the ultimate version of the Jimi Hendrix and his band, right? Which at the time consisted of Jimmy on vocals and guitars, Mitch Mitchell on drums, Billy Cox bass guitar, Larry Lee rhythm guitar, Juma Sultan on percussion, and Jerry Velez on percussion. And no, this isn't the Experience. This isn't the Band of Gypsies. This is the Gypsy Sun and Rainbows, right? So this is kind of like the in-between the Experience and the Band of Gypsies. And this was, of course, the performance that happened early in the morning, last day of Woodstock. And everybody else had played. The majority of the people were no longer even in attendance, right? We had 500,000 plus strong originally, but I think by all accounts are that by the time that Jimmy and the band went on in the wee morning hours, there was maybe 20 or 30,000 people left, which is a pretty small crowd. And it's just a shame that the masses, the hundreds of thousands that were in attendance for most of the weekend, couldn't see this spectacular performance here, which I've got a ton of Hendrix live albums. I still consider this top 3 of all the Jimi Hendrix live albums. Most times it's number 1. I don't know, there's just something about this, I guess because it was at Woodstock, and it's kind of like a one-off band, and Jimmy's just on fire here, regardless of whether you think the performance of the rest of the band, maybe they're not quite gelling, right, like the Experience did, or even Band of Gypsies, because, of course, we've got the Fillmore stuff coming up, not too distant future, just a couple months away. But there's something, the rawness of this that I really like, and there's a lot of jamming going on here. So, of course, you got Message to Love, a killer version of Hear My Train A-Comin', a heavy version of Spanish Castle Magic, which I think is ripping on here. You got Red House, a little bit shorter on this one, not quite as long as we've seen other performances, right? You got Lover Man, Foxy Lady, and Jam Back at the House. which is very, very cool, very up-tempo, and just great groove on that. And that's disc 1, right? So that's like the first half of the set. Then over on disc 2, it starts off with, and I love how they threw some like kind of newer tracks on here as well. Isabella's on here. Then you got Fire. Then Voodoo Child's Slight Return, which is intense. Absolutely intense, near 14 minutes long. Then, of course, you got that goes right into the Star Spangled Banner, which is just mind-blowing. Still, I've heard it a million times for so many decades. I still can listen to it anytime, and it still sends chills up and down my spine. I'm like, oh, I remember like just driving my parents nuts when I was a kid and playing Star Spangled Banner over. They hated it. They said it was just noise, but I love it. Purple Haze, Woodstock Improvisation, and Villanova Junction finishes it off before the closing number, Hey Joe. So, yeah, just an incredible, incredible live album that I still love. And it's got to be played outdoors because the show was originally played outdoors. So there's something about like sitting outside and just cranking this whole thing in the summertime, especially in August. So that's my pick for today. Let us know what you think of it down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. Day number 8. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page, our channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there, and we'll see you tomorrow for another one. Tune in tonight, Hudson Valley Squares. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.